when I first started selling and promoting and using the relaxed sauna, I didn't think it was as good as the wooden saunas. You know, you don't think that a sports car is as good as a big clunker or a truck, but it's because it's a lot smaller. But actually, sometimes it's got more power, more horsepower. But anyway, it turns out that the relaxed sauna has 5 times more of the active ingredient far infrared energy than any wooden sauna, and about 9 times more of the active ingredient than any other portable sauna. The active ingredient is that wavelength between 4 and 14 microns. I call that, my term, the loving light, like the loving light from the sun. Now, when you go out into the sun on a hot day, even a cold day, and you close your eyes, you feel this deep penetrating warmth. That's the far infrared energy I'm talking about. And it's specifically, the relaxed sauna has gotten it between 4 and 14 microns. And that's the energy that causes that feeling of warmth inside your body that connects you. That's the beauty of it. Now, the ultraviolet light does not go through clothes. Far infrared does. And the ultraviolet hits your skin, and since the vibration of ultraviolet, which is so far off from far infrared energy, from our vibration rate, we resist it. And I was explaining to some lady my hypothesis that causes friction and then can cause suntan and sunburn. Now, the scientists may have a different definition of how that works, and it's also true. But I think in reality, it's the fact that what we resist persists, and that pressure causes. It also brings up the melatonin as well, and this lady probably knows a lot more about it than I do. But at any rate, the far infrared, we absorb it. It's like it's the same frequency as us. It resonates with us and causes a lot of warmth in the body. And again, people say, you know, like different sauna companies will say, well, gee, I want, 140 degrees is perfect. And other people will say 105 degrees, 110 degrees. And some people will say, no, you need to get up to 170 degrees. And I say to that this has nothing to do, the heat inside the sauna has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. And I think most of you can agree with me. But interesting enough, it has very little to do with the effectiveness of a sauna to do what saunas are supposed to do, which is hyperthermia, which is increase your body temperature. So what the relaxed sauna does, it gives you an energy, 95 to 98% pure far infrared energy that resonates with the water molecules in your body. And that, like 100 people in a small room dancing, can increase the body temperature, and that's the magic. Find me a way to create sweat or fever, and I will cure disease. And we have a 4-page pamphlet or sheets with a staple in it at the booth. And on the last page, the 7th page of the 8 pages, it's about the power of fever. Fever is like when we get a fever, that's wonderful. Now, hyperthermia is something they do in Germany, that they've perfected it there. And you go there, and they will increase your body temperature to 105 and 106 degrees, and it'll kill everything, cancer, Lyme, whatever it is. The unfortunate part about this is if you increase it 1 more degree, the body dies too. So I was reading some passage about a man who said, find me a way to get this hyperthermia, and he was actually an Indian man, and he was searching all over, and he came back to report to his boss. He said, I think what you need is an infrared sauna. So if you can increase your body temperature 3.2 or to 4 degrees every day or every couple days, then that is going to be enough. Because we have 18 testimonies on YouTube about people who had Lyme disease who have very few symptoms right now. A friend of mine, 90% of his symptoms gone in 3 weeks using the relaxed sauna. We have many other testimonies about they're symptom-free, they're able to function. One lady was 74% better or 75% better, and then it says, okay, now you need an infrared sauna. And her husband, who's a naturopathic doctor, got one from us, and 2-3 years later, he met me at a show and told me the story. and we put it on a video, and it's you know, just saying how his wife is now at 95% effectiveness from recovering from Lyme. And Dr. Paul Anderson uses the relaxed sauna in his cancer clinic while doing IV therapy. IV therapy is intravenous vitamin C therapy, and a lot of doctors in the alternative field will use ozone as well. You know, in IV therapy. And putting people in the relaxed sauna will increase the body temperature and hence make the IV, you know, work more effectively. And he used to teach, Dr. Anderson used to teach at Bastyr College for about 25 years, and now he has a lot of conferences like this about twice a year where he educates people about all the things that he's doing in the latest research. And so he gave us a 2-minute video testimony, and I think that's a picture from the video that my person shot. Also, those who do IV therapy, the doctors and they find that sometimes they can't reach the vein, so they put people in the relaxed sauna for 5-7 minutes, and it's really nice. What's nice about the relaxed sauna is that it works instantly, and that's really cool to work instantly, because a wooden sauna sometimes take 10, 15, 20, even as they get older, 45 minutes to heat up. And then you have whatever the non-compliance. When a doctor says or someone says, do the relaxed sauna or do a sauna every day, and it takes 20, 30 minutes. I was at a conference in Minnesota for nutritional doctors, and 4 different doctors confessed to me that they did not use their wooden sauna that they've had for years. And I said, why not? It's because it takes too long to heat up. And they all bought relaxed saunas, and now they don't have that problem because it's instant on, as Dr. Kasky in Connecticut has told me what he likes best about it, the instant on feature. Oh, that's me, okay? There's something else. Anyway, that's me, and I'll let you look at it for a little while. I already told you my history. And, you know, and that's enough. I want to start talking about important things. But anyway, I opened up a health food store in 1980. After my Kundalini energetic experience in 1971, I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't eat anything because anything I ate brought me into a state of numbness where I just couldn't feel. And so I had to go on a fruit and nut diet for about 9 months. I basically, about 80%, 90% of my diet was cashews and dates and figs, and I had the time of my life, but I got way out of balance. And after the Rainbow Festival in '72, I showed up at Hannah Kroger's New Age health food store, and you know, she was doing a pendulum on someone, and I'm watching, and then I stick my hand out when she finishes, and she says, "Oh my God, you're way out of balance. No honey, no honey or fruit for a month." And she gave me these formulas, but it was fun. I had a great time, you know, doing these exercises every day, and I walked around campus at Ohio State University with a very light wool jacket. And outside of that, I did these exercises, and I meditated 6 hours every morning and did yoga, you know, and I did that for 9 months. I did my time, like probably many of us have lived past lives, have spent years in Tibet or India or other places, you know, and maybe being on silence for 5 years. And so it's just had to refresh my memory of what I have done or might have done. Okay, now part of my talk here is about the relaxed saunas. My company is Relaxed Saunas of Momentum. And I also have, before that, my health food store. It's called Momentum 98 Natural Health Store, and that's in Columbus, Ohio. I started in 1980, and I didn't intend to, it just happened to me. I opened up 2 offices, and then the building downstairs, or the first floor opened up, and it was you had to walk about 40, 50 steps to get to, and it became a health food store, and I never intended it, but it's still there. The website is momentum98.com. And what is far infrared energy? Well, see, I didn't get to look at these real intently before, but I sort of described it. But something about far infrared energy that people don't realize. It goes through the sand, 2 inches. What's underneath the sand around 2 inches? Does anyone know? Turtle eggs, snake eggs, lizard eggs. Chickens cheat. okay? They lay on the eggs, and they generate far infrared energy, which resonates with the water in turtle eggs, in the chicken egg, not the turtle egg, and causes the water and causes the chicken embryo to get warm and to hatch. So how do turtle eggs hatch? Because you need to get warmth. Well, the far infrared sun and the turtle had an arrangement. I lay the egg, I put it underneath the sand so the predators don't get it. And you do, because I'm not going to lay on that egg. And the sun does it, and the egg hatches. So I think, so that's and again, far infrared energy goes through clothes. It's a light, 186,000 miles a second, the speed of light. And what's interesting about far infrared energy, it's not, it's not obvious to a lot of people. It's invisible. It's still reflected by a mirror because it's an energy, and most people don't seem to really understand that. It's like, how come, well, you got two radiators in the bottom, and my body's up here. Well, it hits them, it goes straight, it can't be, there's no absolute zero. So if it's 179.9 degrees, it's going to be at an angle, and 186,000 miles a second, it's not going to take more than a couple seconds, or way less, to be an invisible light box. 9 times brighter than the light, than the invisible far infrared light in any other sauna, and at least 5 times brighter than the invisible light in any wooden sauna. So it hits the wall, and what's on the back of the blue cloth? See, it goes to that blue cloth, the blue, and it hits the silver and bounces. Far infrared goes through clothes, remember? And so that's part of what the relaxed sauna company had to invent. Once they invented the radiator and took out, they created a semiconductor chip, and they filter out the near infrared and all the energies that don't resonate with you.